everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I am going to be doing a makeup video today because I haven't done one in a very long time, and today I'm going to be testing out an app. So some of you may know this if you are quite into the visual impairment news side of the internet, but for those of you who don't know, Estée Lauder have recently come out with a brand new app. Now this app has been designed for visually impaired people to help them do their makeup. It uses AI powered technology, and the way this app works is it will use the camera on your phone and you can ask it to check certain elements of your makeup. Now at the moment this app can check your foundation, your lipstick and your eyeshadow, and it can tell you if you've made any mistakes. It can also tell you if you need to correct something, and it can also tell you if your foundation's blended properly. And I think it's really interesting that finally a beauty company has actually come out with an app like this. So today I'm going to be trying it on camera and testing it to see if it works. Now I've also been sent some products from Estée Lauder to use in this video as well, but this is not a sponsored video. This video is purely for the benefit of you guys because I thought it would be fun to see if it works. It's also a free app as well, so there's no payment involved, and the other thing to note is that you don't have to use Estée Lauder's products either, so there's no compulsion to go out and buy any Lauder products if you don't want to. I haven't done my moisturiser yet, so I'm going to be starting off with my moisturiser. This is the Estée Lauder Revitalising Supreme Facial Cream. I haven't used Lauder skincare in years. Funny thing though, my mum used to work for Clinique, and that was a brand that was owned by Estée Lauder, so she used to get loads of their products, so I used to use them a lot in the past. Oh, that's very thick and creamy. Honestly, I feel like this is such a great step in the right direction that more brands are making things like this, and I really hope that more brands follow suit. I would love to see more apps that help you to shop for makeup as well when you're visually impaired, that can help you test out colour matches and stuff like that and actually know what products you're looking for. But I think that this is a really good step, and it's really exciting that this brand has actually worked on this and actually made this app. Now, because I don't have a foundation from Lauder, I don't have a foundation from Estée Lauder to use, so I'm going to be using one of my own, and this is the Hourglass Ambient Soft Glow Foundation, and this is a lovely foundation, by the way. It's beautiful. I've really enjoyed using it over the last few months. You open the app and it will basically ask you to give it voice commands, so you don't have to tap any buttons. You can literally say start, check my foundation, check my lipstick, and it will do it as and when you want it to. When you first load this app up, it does give you a very long spiel of directions, but after that you can just simply use it as you want. So let's begin. Okay, start.
Great. Right now, I can give feedback on full coverage foundation. This is not a shade matching app, though that feature is coming soon. The way I work is I look at 7 zones on your face for symmetry and uniformity of application. Your forehead, temple, under eye, upper cheek, lower cheek, jawline and chin. For a more even, flawless look, follow these steps. Start with a pea-sized amount of your foundation. Apply from the center of your face, working outward. Use a foundation brush, sponge or your fingers to blend. Would you like to continue?
Yes. I think that, you know, there's probably people out there who, like me, have had a lot of experience with doing makeup and maybe would find this app a little bit more basic, but I can see this app being very useful for people who maybe have recently lost their sight and they're trying to rekindle their love for makeup and learn how to do it again, because obviously it's a very in-depth process. Makeup is fiddly, makeup is quite intricate, and sometimes it can be really hard knowing the techniques, and this is a good way of having a guided step-by-step process of doing it.
I'll let you know when I can see you, and we can resume the scan. When you're ready, say, I'm ready.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay, I'm checking it now. Please make sure your light is in front of you and your screen is a foot from your face. You will hear a sound when the scan begins, and when the scan has finished. To avoid shadows, tip your head back slightly. Start by facing forward. Then slowly move your head 30 degrees to the left for 3 seconds. then to the right for 3 seconds. I detected one area for you to review. The foundation on the left and right under eye does not match. Make sure you have applied your foundation evenly across your face in these areas.
Okay, so it's just told me that the under eye area is a bit uneven, so I'm imagining that's because I've not put concealer on, but you know, we'll see. So I'm going to just put on some concealer. This is the Fenty Beauty Bright Fix Concealer, and I love it. It's really good. So I'm just going to blend that in and then ask it to check it again and see if it can detect that my makeup is in synergy.
Your foundation looks great. Would you like me to check anything else?
Now, I'm going to do the rest of my makeup. The thing about this is that it can't check your blusher and it can't check things like contour, highlight, anything like that at the moment. So those are the areas you're going to have to do yourself at the moment. Hopefully, though, we'll have an app that can do that at some point in the future. So I'm going to do the rest of that now. Okay, so for highlight, I'm going in with the Benefit Dandelion Twinkle highlighter because this is quite like a nude pinky toned look. So I'm going in with kind of more pink tones on my face. I'm going to go in with my Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk blusher, which is one of my favourites. I want to just mention, actually, when I was young, makeup was something that was so important to me. And it's funny because so many people who are fully sighted, who don't have any experience around people who are visually impaired, are often like, well, why would you want to put makeup on when you can't see? And I think that's kind of something I've seen across the board. But it is not just a case of seeing something, it's about how it makes you feel, and it's about how it presents you to other people. And makeup's really powerful for some people. It's really, it's something that they enjoy, and it's about being included as well, and actually feeling included, because why shouldn't someone who sees their friends going out and getting makeup and getting ready for a night out, or putting makeup on for a job interview, or whatever it is that they want to use makeup for, do it and not be able to? Why should anyone be excluded from something just because of their disability? I don't think that's right, and I think that having apps like this that make it more feasible for people to do their makeup, and actually having more companies want to do better, is a really lovely thing. And I think it's such a long time coming, but I'm so glad to see it's finally starting to be more of a known thing, and accessible beauty is starting to be more of a talked about concept in the beauty industry. So I think it's fantastic. Okay, so I'm now going to be using this palette by Estée Lauder that they very kindly sent me. This is called the Pure Colour Envy palette, and it's got nude kind of pinky tone shades in there. So I'm going to be trying out some of these. So I'm going to start off by using this like pink, like glittery shade all over the lid, just for a little bit of shimmer. So I'm not sure whether to try it in stages or whether to just kind of keep going and then do it at the end, but I think I might do the latter. I think I might put all of it on and then try it at the end and see if it can detect if I've made any mistakes. So I'm going to deliberately botch this a little bit to start off with and not blend it and see what it says, because I'd be quite interested to know if it can tell if I've made a mistake with my eyeshadow. So let's just kind of like haphazardly put this on the crease and then see what it says. Do the other one as well, actually, because I really want to see what it can detect. I want to kind of know if it can see if you've made a mistake with your eyeshadow, because it's definitely an area, especially on this side, because it's my blind side. I can't really tell if I've made a mistake, so I will be interested to see if it can tell me if I've made a mistake.
If I say an area is darker, it means colours on both eyes are the same but applied with different intensity. I detected 2 areas for you to review. The eyeshadow on your left outer crease is darker than your right outer crease. I also detected the eyeshadow on your left outer lid appears darker than your right outer lid. To repeat, say repeat. Would you like to touch it up now?
Yes. I'm really impressed that it could tell that this eye was a bit darker than this eye, so that's really good that it was able to see that there was a bit of a difference there. Okay, so I'm going to put a bit more eyeshadow on the right one, because I feel like it's saying that this one's a bit darker than this one, so I'm going to try and put some more on this side to see if I can even it up a little bit and see if it still says the same thing. Like so. I mean, one thing I will say is it doesn't really tell you how to correct it. It doesn't say, you know, blends more or kind of do this or do this to correct it. It just kind of says it appears darker. But obviously, what about if you don't know how to blend, if you're not too sure and then you don't know how to correct the mistakes that you've made? That's kind of something I think that could definitely be improved on, but I'm impressed that it can detect what it has so far. I think that's really, really good. Okay, I'm going to put on some of this brown shade, the top brown shade, which has got a slight shimmer to it on the outer corner, because I want to see what it says when I use some shade on the outer V. Because it's saying that the shadow is darker on the outer lid on the left hand side to the right hand side, but I've not put anything on the outer lid yet really. I've only put on the crease colour, so I'm wondering how it's detecting that. So I feel like if I put some shade on both of them and darken them up, I wonder if it will kind of detect that, and if it will still say the same thing, or if it will say it looks better. I'm ready.
Okay, I'm checking it now. If I say an area is darker, it means colours on both eyes are the same but applied with different intensity. I detected 2 areas for you to review. The eyeshadow on your left outer crease is darker than your right outer crease. I also detected the eyeshadow on your left outer lid appears darker than your right outer lid. To repeat, say repeat. Would you like to touch it up now?
Yes. I'm going to give it one more last blend, and then if it still says the same thing, I'm just going to move on, because I feel like I can't really blend it much more than I have, and I don't really know what it's picking up, because I feel like this is the normal amount of blending for me at this point, and I don't feel like I've made any big mistakes, so I'm a bit kind of unsure of what it's saying that I've not done correctly. Okay, so I'm ready.
Okay, I'm checking it now. Make sure your light is in front of you and your screen is a foot from your face. Please close your eyes for a few seconds so I can look at your lids. To avoid shadows, tip your head back slightly. If I say an area is darker, it means colours on both eyes are the same but applied with different intensity. I detected 2 areas for you to review. The eyeshadow on your left outer crease is darker than your right outer crease. I also detected the eyeshadow on your left outer lid appears darker than your right outer lid. To repeat, say repeat.
Okay, so I am actually going to move on at this point. I honestly feel like my makeup has been blended. You know, well, you tell me, you be the judge, but I feel like in my mind this is the normal amount of blending that I would do. So I'm not entirely sure what it's picking up. So I'm going to move on from this point, and go on to the rest of my makeup, because this is taking a bit too long. I'd be interested to know if the app's going to be improved for future for things like techniques and stuff, because it's not really saying what you need to do to correct this mistake. I feel like there's more information when you're using your foundation than there is for the eyeshadow part of it. So I'm going to do my eyeliner. I'm going to use this pencil that they gave me. I think this is like a dark brown. I don't think this is a black, but I'm not entirely sure. But again, there's one thing I wish that makeup products allowed you to scan them so you could read out the labels, because I don't actually know what this is called. This is actually really nice. It's got a slanted like smudger at the other side. I like this. This is nice. I really like it. I'm going to just sort of like blend that in a little bit. Now onto mascara. I'm going to be using the Estée Lauder Double Wear Mascara now. I've not used this in years. I used to use this years ago. My mum used to get it for me when she used to work at Clinique, but I haven't used it in a while. Well, I forgot how much I like this mascara. It's really nice. It doesn't make your eyelashes look clumpy. So my mascara's done, and I'm now going to move on to my lips. I'm going to first of all use this Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk lip liner, which is honestly one of my favourites. I should really sharpen that actually, because that is blunt. Okay, so now I'm going to use the Estée Lauder lipstick. This is in the shade 184, and they've also engraved my name on it. Look, isn't that cute? Thank you so much, Estée Lauder. That is so sweet. Check my lipstick.
Perfect. Have you already applied your lipstick?
Yes.
Okay, I'm checking it now. Make sure your light is in front of you and your screen is a foot from your face. The way I work is I look at several zones around your mouth, your upper lid, lower lid, the corners, and beyond the lid line. This app works best with high contrast lipstick. Be sure to apply it across all sections of your lips. I detected 1 area for you to review. Boost extra coverage beyond your lid's left corner. Consider wiping off the extra lipstick around the outline of your lids. To repeat.
Okay, so it's told me that I've made a little bit of a mistake on the left side of my lip. I've smudged it a little bit, which I actually do sometimes. My mum always tells me, oh, you've you've overlined your lips or you've smudged it a little bit. So that is something I do actually quite frequently. And my mum hates it. Okay. I'm ready.
Okay, I'm checking it now. Your lipstick looks fabulous.
Yay, thank you. Okay, so there we are. I am now finished. My makeup has been checked. Initial thoughts on this app. I do really like it. I do think it has some really good features. I love the fact that it can check my lipstick specifically. I think that's a really useful feature for me personally. I would like it to add more features as the app goes on. I would love it to add things like checking your blusher and your highlighter or your bronzer or your contour. I think that would be really, really good. But I think initially those are some really good things to have. I would also like to see it add options to check things like shade matches and match your shades of foundation, things like that, because that would be really useful. Although it did say on that app that it's going to be coming in the future, so that would be really fun when it does finally happen. Although I'd be interested to know whether or not that's just going to be for Lauder products, but it's something worth having, I think, for sure. But all in all, I think this is a really great app. I think that it's definitely going to help some people. I think that for me personally, if I had been young and starting out in makeup and this app would have been around, I think I'd have found it really, really useful. And honestly, I just think that it's amazing that Lauder have made something like this, and they've actually gone out their way to make a free app for people like me. And I think it just shows that they're a company that cares. I think it's just a really nice thing to see happening in the beauty industry, and I really hope that more brands take a leaf from Lauder's book and do more things like this in the future, because it would be really, really fun if they did. Please let me know if you download it and you try it, what you think of it, because it is a free app, so it might be worth trying it, giving it a go and seeing what you think. Be sure to like, comment and subscribe, and also to click the notification bell if you'd like to receive updates when I make new videos, and I'll see you again hopefully soon. Bye!